What is going on, everybody? We are back with another CCW review. I'm Nick,
And I'm Joe.
and we're talking about Raw, December 8th Raw of 2025. And I actually really liked tonight's show. It
I did not.
was
Yeah,
a
I mean,
banger.
was it though?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Uh,
So,
so nothing was wrong with the wrestling other than Dragon Lee and Logan Paul. But
uh,
we'll get there when we get to the matches.
we will. We will. Um, so they're in Kansas City. We got the normal Wade Barrett, Joe Tessitore on commentary. Uh, You had mentioned to me that Joe was taking you out of it.
No, I was liking everything he
Oh,
was saying.
you were
Most of it
liking.
was on the commercial breaks though, so the actual crowd didn't, or the actual people watching it in America didn't get to experience it. But he was funny on commentary tonight.
So I didn't. So I've actually been watching on regular ass Netflix. I haven't been switching over, um, because I'm tired of the blur, and I'm usually working anyway. So I use the commercial breaks now to focus.
I can understand why you thought I was out of it because of the way I phrased things.
um,
So we flipped. Now you're watching the irregular broadcast and I'm watching the VPN version.
accurate.
We're nothing if not consistent, folks.
Very much so. Very much so. Um, but yeah, so we start off with an in-ring segment. Gunther comes out, basically says, and honestly, I didn't talk for very long at all, and was just like, "Hey, I'm the greatest pro wrestler of all time, and I'm gonna make Cena give up." That was pretty much it.
Yeah, he said he was going to embarrass Cena on his last night. He's going to make him, he's going to choke the hustle, loyalty, and respect right out of him, which was a good line. The only thing I didn't like was you could tell this was a, a it was written by somebody and he was just relaying it. It
Right.
didn't sound all that natural out of him, but
Um.
nothing.
It
It
sounds
was
like
nothing bad.
any promo he's ever cut the last 5 years. So I don't notice the difference.
Eh, I don't know. It just didn't seem very. It seemed very promo. I guess is very rehearsed. There we go. That's the word.
Right. I don't know. I disagree, but it is what it is. Match one: Io Sky versus Kyrie Sane. This is actually my match of the night. Um,
I don't disagree. It was easily the match of the night for me.
I think these women killed it. Uh,
I agree. I think all four of the women killed it. That includes the two that were on the outside.
yeah. Kyrie ended up doing Io's self point very early to kind of draw heat from the crowd, um, which was funny.
Yep.
Kyrie at some point distracted the ref, and Asuka caused Io to fall outside the ring, and then Rhea chased her off. Io hit a hell of a German suplex on Kyrie on the apron.
Yep.
Uh,
You could tell Kyrie didn't want to take it. She kind of turned.
Asuka got involved again, but this time Rhea got her hands on her and tossed her into the timekeeper area.
Yep.
And then Io hit her moonsault for the win. Really good match to start the show. I
I like Kyrie's newfound like confidence. Like she's really embracing the heel stuff where she was very like unsure before. Now she's like taking the shortcuts and she's being very heelish in her matches and stuff and it's doing a lot for her character for me.
I don't think she's ever had a problem being a heel. I think her problem was she didn't want to do what she's now doing to Io specifically.
Right. But now that she's embraced it, it's done a lot for her.
Right. We get a backstage segment. The Visioner in the locker. I actually really enjoyed this segment.
I hated it. I hated it so much. It was like a soap opera. Like they're sitting there conspiring like there's not cameras on them. Like they're in a room alone and that this isn't a television show and there's no baby faces. And shame on the baby faces. You want to know what the heels are going to do to you? Just watch the fucking TV show.
So you say this. This has been a staple of WWE for like 40 years, my guy.
I get that, but this was so poorly acted and so bad, it just took me out of it. And I don't know if it's just Logan Paul can't act, or it was Paul Heyman too. Paul Heyman was I don't he was too over the top. It was bad. It was bad. It like I get I'm the one usually talking about, well, you got to suspend your disbelief, but they took me right out of it, and I'm like, this is awful.
So I think if this was anyone else, you'd be fine with it. I think it's your intense hatred for Logan Paul specifically that fucks this up for you. Because, like I said, I've seen almost this exact same segment involving Brock, Angle,
I
Austin.
hated it when it was the bloodline too, though.
Okay, but you're still talking about within the last 10 years. You didn't have a
Yeah.
problem with it in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s.
I was a bit more naive then.
It has nothing to do with naivety. I mean, just things you like change and you've become more critical.
No, I won't disagree with that.
I think this was fucking hilarious. I loved it. Um, the only thing that takes me out of it, this is what I want more of in terms of general setup, like people talking like they don't know there's a camera there. My problem with like NXT is when they're doing camera cuts and things like that to make it look way overproduced. That's always been my problem with NXT and why I can't watch NXT. This type of thing I have no problem with because I've been watching segments like this my whole life.
Speaking of NXT, there's a whole lot of NXT on this show.
Yeah, that's because there's going to be a whole lot of NXT at Saturday night's main event.
They are like really pushing the NXT, and
I think they're
I'm like, I don't want to watch your NXT people.
no those. Well, they're showing a lot of the people that are going to be involved in both Saturday night's main event and people that are probably going to be getting called up over the next couple months. Like they showed Obafemi, who is wrestling Cody Rhodes this Saturday.
Yeah, I could care less.
And he's going to be definitely getting called up in the next couple months. You've got
He should have been called up already, probably.
Sol Ruka, who's already towed, inside the main roster a little bit, because she was doing the tag stuff with Zarya.
Yeah, who's she fighting? She's fighting
Bayley.
Bailey.
Yep, that should be a pretty decent match. But we'll talk more about that stuff at the end of the show because we're not doing we're not doing predictions, but some things I do want to talk about involving the show.
Right.
But yeah, so the Visioner in the locker room, Logan Paul, not Paul Heyman. I just put Paul, and I was like, I probably should have specified. Logan Paul is upset about Ray slapping him in the face. Braun was like, "Yo, we'll handle it." And Logan pulls Heyman off to the side. He's like, "Yo, I'm glad they've got my back, but I want them to know that I've got their back as well." And then they went on. What made me laugh when they were like, "Just in case, just in case, just in case." They did that for like 12 times.
It was cheesy and awful and bleh.
Listen, Mr. Old Man Yells at Clouds. It was amazing.
It'll happen to you.
Also, strangely enough, going to commercial break after this, Ray was walking to the ring and Pierce was arguing with New Day in the background.
New Day made me laugh a lot on here.
You must have got some commercial break stuff that was pretty good.
Because
the only other
during
time
the tag match they were all over the they were
Yeah.
adjacent to the commentary team, and Wade Barrett's like encouraging them, and Joe T is getting like super annoyed with him.
See, this is where I miss Corey Greaves, man. They need to get Corey Greaves back.
Corey Greaves be signing those petitions.
Then we get to match number 2, which is Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor, except this match didn't happen.
Never happened.
Ray gets
And it probably would have been really good too.
listen. Depends. Depending on how Finn Balor's been wrestling lately, it might not have been. I'm just being real.
It would have been good.
Ray gets jumped behind by Logan Paul during his entrance. Ray starts to get the upper hand, and really, this is just a vehicle to show the Man in Black again, for the first of 2 times tonight.
Yep. I'm tired of it already.
So yeah, Ray starts to get the upper hand. Man in Black comes in, does the curb stomp to Ray, and then Logan hits him with the brass knuckles. LA Knight comes in, chases him off, asks for a mic. Yeah. Knight's like, yo, just when I thought you guys couldn't suck anymore, Logan Paul joined.
Yeah, right.
He says he's gonna make Logan
For that.
he's gonna make Logan pay for what he's done to Ray. And he doesn't want to wait. He doesn't want to wait till SmackDown. He doesn't want to wait till the pay-per-view. He doesn't want to wait 2 weeks from now. He wants to do it tonight. And I was like, looks like we're getting a match, which they confirmed coming back from the other commercial break.
It's official.
And then we go right into match 3, which is the WWE Tag Team Championship match, which almost would have been my match of the night had it not been for something very specific that happened during this match. So this was AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus the War Raiders. New Day's at ringside, and the War Raiders actually looked pretty good early. They were having they were having a really good match, and then for some reason, at some point, Dragon Lee decided he was going to try and pick up Ivar like 3 times and never could get it done.
Yep. I don't know what more Ivar could have done.
Yeah, dude. Like, listen, chances are Dragon Lee tested it and was like able to pick him up backstage or whatever, but it's like, yo, you ain't been wrestling for 10 minutes. Like
Here's the other thing. What was he going to do with him on his shoulders? He could barely keep him up on his shoulders. What the fuck was he going to do with that big 400-pound man on his fucking shoulders?
Yeah, I have no clue. So yeah, the move never truly happens right. He ends up just doing some sort of like almost just body slamish type thing.
Yeah, you mean where dude just slides off his shoulders and they just kind of roll out of it?
Yeah. AJ eventually wins by hitting the phenomenal forearm.
Ivar, I believe, too.
No, I believe it was the other guy. No,
Was it the other guy?
It might have been Ivar because I think the other guy was outside the
Ivar.
ring and Dragon Lee jumped on him.
Because Dragon Lee did a dive on him.
Yeah. But yeah, my notes are basically as far as the match goes. Aside from the Dragon Lee spot, I thought it was a pretty decent match. It's just Dragon Lee fucked up 3 times in a row and just couldn't do whatever it was he was trying to do.
After once, you should have just moved on, brother.
Yeah. Just after this, though, the New Day slide into the ring. And they go to confront the champs, and immediately the Usos music hit. And I was like, huh? And I was like, didn't we just see like Jay crying walking out of the stadium or some shit a week ago?
I don't know what they're doing with Jey Uso's character. I just don't know.
So
I don't think they know.
I don't think they know either. The Usos come down. They do the stupid run it back thing. By the way, for those of you that don't know, if you haven't yet, I highly advise go watching Steven Richards' new video on Jey Uso. It just came out today. It was really well done. I think it was called Jey Uso Exposed.
Yep.
Insanely well done video. I watched. I think I didn't watch the last 10 minutes because I went to go eat something.
Well, the video was only like 16 minutes long, so maybe
it was
not
like
the last.
Maybe
10
it was like
minutes.
the last 3 minutes then.
Yeah.
But no, it was really good. But Jimmy basically says that he was mad because he was watching his brother crash out, so he called his brother and was like, "What we doing, Oos?" And it was like
What we doing, Oos?
they're basically back in the tag division, is the way they worded it. They said they're putting tag teams on notice. And my favorite part of this whole time, though, was Jay goes, I think it was. I don't remember which Uso it was, but one of them was like, "Yo, AJ and Lee, you guys don't know about us." And then they turned and looked at New Day. It's like, "But you do." They ran their mouths for a little bit more, turned around to look at to look or say something to AJ and Dragon Lee. At which point, New Day grabs him by the shoulder. They turn around, knock out the New Day. I was hoping they were gonna flex at old dude, and he was gonna jump over the top rope, like he was throwing himself out of the ring. Grayson Waller.
Yeah, Big G.
I think it would have been fucking hilarious. But he just walked out. He was like, "Yeah, no."
Thankfully not. That would have made him look like a huge geek.
To be fair, he's not.
He already does.
Very entertaining. So yeah, and then they had a stare down. Loved it. Minus the running back part. I could do without the running back. I already had to hear your entrance
again.
coming down to the ring.
Again.
Oh no, it's going to happen a lot more. I'm just saying I could do without it.
I know. I don't care for it at all.
But again, the tag division is a space I don't mind Jay in. I like the Usos as a tag team. I'm excited to see what they can do, unless they're just using this as a vehicle to try and get Jay over as a singles guy again. Like, that's what I don't want.
Well, the only thing they'd do there is if he like betrayed Jimmy, and that's lame.
Right.
But that's not really it's not really above them.
No. Triple H loves that shit.
It's just me, Oos.
We get an in-ring segment. Jackie brings out Stephanie Vaquer. And Jackie, I was almost super pissed off for a little bit, and then the greatest thing happened. So
I know exactly where you're going.
Stephanie comes out and she's like, "Yo, I want to face everyone." She goes to talk about Nikki and is like, "Hey, the women's division is so much different than it was 15 years ago." She goes and lists all the names of the women that are currently killing it, quote unquote, killing it. And then Nikki comes out, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck Christ, man." And she's like,
Nikki comes out for her cheap heel heat.
She comes out, she's like, "We're not done. I demand a rematch." And I was like, "Bruh, please don't. We already had this once." And then out of fucking nowhere, Raquel pulls Nikki off the apron and lawn darts her ass into the turnbuckle post.
Yes.
I cheered
awesome.
in my house like I was in the arena.
Right.
You were at work, so you couldn't yell very loud, but I yelled loud enough for you.
No, but I was very happy. If you've listened to this podcast, you know that I am quite the Raquel fan. So her getting some shine is great.
Raquel basically tells Stephanie, name the time and place, and she'll meet her there to kick her ass, and then called her a bitch. And I was like, "Let's go. I'm down."
Right? That was enough. That was enough build.
We get a backstage segment. I actually enjoyed it. It's one of the very few Judgment Day segments in a long time I've enjoyed. Liv is visibly annoyed with Raquel, but isn't like going after her.
I didn't want to shit on her. Didn't want to shit on her situation, but was clearly like, "What are you doing?"
Right? Why are you going for my title? But now Liv is going to be in Roxanne's corner, and she says they're going to be the next tag champs.
Raquel's like, "Huh?" Or yeah, Roxanne is like, "Huh?" Like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "You're going to be in my corner? Why?"
I'm still pretty sure Liv's going to end up winning the Royal Rumble.
I don't really care about that.
She's one of the few women that haven't.
That's why I don't care. As long as I don't get another fucking Charlotte one, or
I'm rooting for Charlotte just for you.
Yeah, I would be happy with a heel Asuka winning, but I know that ain't happening.
So then we get our next match, match 4, Lyra Valkyria with Bayley versus Roxanne Perez with Liv Morgan. It was just an okay match.
It was sloppy. It was sloppy. It was your typical sloppy Lyra Valkyria match.
I mean, typical sloppy either of these women matches. I haven't been very impressed with Roxanne as a whole
True.
either.
True.
Uh, I
Yeah.
I feel like neither of these women really have it, and the problem that they have with putting these two women in a match together on this show is they did Io versus Kyrie earlier, and it was a killer fucking match.
Yeah, it was a banger.
And it really made even just this match alone. Like these
Was
ladies
bad.
need to need to kick it up a notch.
Even the people on the outside, Liv missed her spot, and it for the finish, and it looked awful.
Right. I didn't even write down the finish to the match.
Lyra gets shot off
I
onto
know,
the
right?
ropes. Liv is supposed to hit her, and then Roxanne pop rocks her for the win.
Right. I saw the pop rocks.
Yeah, Liv was supposed to hit. She got gouged in the eye and then shot off into the rope. Liv was supposed to like kick her. It was really sloppy and messy. Lyra turned around, got pop rocked. The end.
Right. We get another Natty Maxine vignette. I'm really enjoying these vignettes.
The vignettes are great. The only problem is Natty's done nothing the last 5 years in WWE, so who gives a shit if Dupree can make her tap out? Fucking anybody can, the way she's been booked.
This is one of those things I don't think about that at all. Main reason is back when people were training and it was Stu Hart's dungeon. I hadn't seen Stu Hart win anything.
Stu Hart was like 70 years old.
Right.
And he just stretched motherfuckers out. Long story short, I wish they would have done a better job booking Natty over the years.
Now, I would have rather... Now, I do have a problem with them not booking Natty correctly. I've always had a problem with that. But this specific thing, it doesn't bother me. Everybody knows she's a badass.
Yeah.
She's a part of a legendary family that's all known for just being really, really good.
And, well, apparently now just saying whatever the fuck comes to her mind.
Well, that too. Poor Brett.
No, there is no poor Brett anymore. He's my favorite wrestler of all time. But he is just talking mad shit now. And it's like he doesn't give... Well, he's never really gave a fuck, but he, like, literally cares not at all now.
Right. Match 5, main event. We get LA Knight versus Logan Paul.
LA Knight tried so hard.
Basically, by the end of the match, the Vision got involved and then got booted from ringside. While they were being booted, Masked Man comes in, stomps Knight into the announce table, and then runs off again. Logan hits a frog splash, gets a 3 count.
Yep.
Joe really hates Paul. I actually think Paul looked okay here. He only had like one thing that I didn't like. His crossbody was kind of sloppy.
His crossbody was awful. His punches are awful.
I can't judge his punches specifically because almost everyone's punches are awful. It's not a him problem. It's a wrestling problem.
Touche.
But could this have been better? Yes, but that's not what this whole thing was here for. This whole thing again was just a vehicle for the Man in Black to show up, stomp LA Knight and screw him, so that eventually this Man in Black can be revealed as lame ass Austin Theory, because this is supposed to make us think he's actually better than he was before he left.
What a reveal it's going to be too. Like just a thud of a reveal.
I hope he reveals and the crowd is just quiet.
Dead.
No boos, no cheers, just dead.
Yep.
I like everything Cena said to Theory before their match at WrestleMania is 100% true.
He eviscerated that kid. Eviscerated.
And then went
that
on.
Kid's lucky he got hurt.
And then
just to get some time off for people to forget about it.
And then went on to phone it in because he didn't even want to wrestle that match.
No, because he just got eviscerated. Like, oh, dude. Like, they're like, all right, You're going out there with the big kids. It's sink or swim, and he sank like a rock.
Yeah, he did. Post match, LA Knight catches a spear and then two tsunamis. Paul grabs a mic and we go to commercial, which I said weird timing. They must have been watching AEW last week.
But they're not competition.
Paul, back from commercial break, Paul says that come the 1 year Netflix anniversary, there's going to be a new champ. Breaker then says he doesn't believe in this new dude. Breaker was actually doing so good on this promo until the very end.
Felt
He was killing it, and then he was like,
it's like they were stalling.
And then he was like, I want the old Punk. If I see this new Punk, I'm going to break him, take his title, and take his wife. I laughed. I was like, that's fantastic. And then he said, and then he stopped and he looked around, and then he was like, one more thing. Because at this point, like, they showed LA Knight was trying to get back to his senses backstage, and then Paul and Bronson Reed run to the back to go, take out more Logan Paul. And then he's like, I'm not done. He's like, all right. He's like,
stalling.
He's like, come this match, Punk. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3 spear, or spear 1, 2, 3, spear 1, 2, 3. And then like one of the times he said spear 1, 2, 3, he held up one finger for spear, and then 2 fingers for 1, and then 3 fingers for 2. And I'm like, you're falling apart. And then and then he goes to rip off his shirt, and it doesn't fully rip because he's just too into it.
It's like he got caught in the shirt.
I was like, you should have just stopped. Like, after I'm taking your wife, just stop. Because I was like, that's an excellent, funny promo. You did what you have to do. We can move the
You got the point across. You looked intimidating. And then you looked like a goof.
So then backstage, Reed and Paul continue to fuck Knight up. Knight keeps getting back up. He gets powerbombed through a table. He gets back up.
Dude, they had the Slim Jim tables backstage. The cloth came off the table and the fucking Slim Jim icon was blaring at my TV.
And then
so much.
So then they end up on top of this SUV where Paul sets him up and Bronson Reed climbs onto some boxes that are a little bit higher because this is so much better when you're still jumping less of a distance down to do the tsunami on top of a hood than you were inside the ring. Like,
it was lame.
It
was lame.
They tried to almost recapture the same energy of the one that he hit on the other Braun Strowman when he was like on top of the wall down onto the car, because that one did look pretty vicious. But it's like, dude, this one was like 3 feet higher than that. Like, I don't... you pretty much just kind of jumped, 2 feet, like a half a foot to 2 feet down onto the car. Like, that's not even jumping off the top turnbuckle height. Like, I don't know how this is supposed to feel so much more vicious. I don't get the... Anyways... and then you got Pierce coming in the fucking screen. Get a paramedic! Like freaking out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh.
It was a rough ending.
Ruined a perfectly good Raw with Spear 1, 2, 3 and this stupid fight backstage.
Yep.
Over and above all, I enjoyed the Raw. Like I said, the end was deflating. But I've definitely seen worse endings. So, I mean,
It was an incredibly watchable show. I wouldn't call it a good show.
Card for 12. What's Saturday's date? The 13th? 13th.
I'm not sure, to be honest. Yep, the 13th.
Okay. So we're not doing predictions. I'm sure we'll do what we think might happen, but this is not like a normal official prediction thing. We don't do those for SNMEs.
Please and pay-per-views only.
John Cena versus Gunther. This could go either way, in my opinion. I I'm honestly not really looking forward to this match. I think LA Knight and him would have had a much better match. Um,
I think Cena wins. I
I
think Cena wins because of the promo tonight. I think it totally sets up Cena to win.
Yeah, I think Cena wins just so Dom can have the "I'm the last person to beat Cena" moniker, so that he can
Yep.
use that for the next 30 fucking years.
Yep.
Um,
Gunther doesn't need it.
no. In fact, I could actually see this eventually being something where it's going to be Dom versus Gunther. Maybe not for the IC title. Maybe down the line when Gunther's a world champ and Dom actually somehow weasels his way into the world title picture, because it'll eventually happen. That's
Right.
It's going to be a promo point. I'm the last one to beat John Cena. You couldn't even beat him in his last match, type thing. Um, I'm not looking forward to that. Ah, we're gonna get Bailey versus Sol Ruka. I actually think this is gonna be a pretty good match. Um, Sol Ruka, I am excited to actually be a main roster person. She's one of the few people I've enjoyed watching the last couple of years when I watch my one or two NXT PLEs a year.
I'm interested to see if she's more than a finish,
Yeah, I can see that.
because that's all you ever see or hear about.
Right.
So I'm interested to see if she's got more than just that.
Um, we'll get to that one here in a minute. The next one I don't think is a tag title match, but it is a tag match. It's AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Javon Evans of NXT and Leon Slater of TNA.
High spot craziness.
Yeah, it is.
Or at least I hope it is.
Javon Evans has been kind of getting pushed on the main roster as far as in our faces the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with it. He seems to be pretty talented. Leon Slater is an ex-tag partner of his. I don't know from where. They were in a group somewhere at some point.
Indies.
And then we have the undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes versus NXT champion Obafemi.
And I could care less.
So I am both looking forward to this match and dreadfully weary of this match, and I'll tell you why.
Because Cody's got such a great history of putting young talent over.
I feel like the right choice to make is to actually not only have Obafemi win, but have him win clean. And a lot of people, and the reason I say it's the right choice is because it's a risk, right? Because it's your world champion. It's your WWE, it's the main roster champion. And if Oba...
There's ways you can protect him.
Right, you just have him go out and put out a really good show, almost win, and then he could still lose, and everything will be fine. But that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is Drew McIntyre is going to get involved in this match because he can't fucking help himself. Triple H can't fucking help
You're not wrong.
himself. And I'm fucking tired of it. Like, listen, if it eventually leads to a Drew McIntyre championship win, fine. But you need to pull that trigger soon, because I'm tired of this, like, constant interference shit. It's
I
exhausting.
agree with you. I agree with you. I think, or yeah, you're getting Cody and Drew again. You just are. Because who the fuck else is there?
Right.
They don't have any. Their main eventers are gone. They all work part-time schedules. Their world champion on Raw ain't been there in 2 weeks.
Right. So, I believe we'll
They
see.
need to do something to freshen up Cody, though. Whether it's a heel turn or something, I don't know, but they need to freshen him up.
I believe we'll see Cody next week, or Punk next week.
Well, I agree, because they have to build towards something.
Right. Obviously his dog just passed away, so I understand why he wasn't there last week, and it's probably not.
Sure.
It's probably why he's not there this week as well.
Well, 1 week I get,
Right.
and I'm the big dog advocate here, but Like, I think he's filming something, is what I think is happening.
No, he could be.
Because
I haven't heard anything about him being in a movie.
heard that he got a role in something.
Is he playing a
I can't
grandfather?
remember.
Like, what the hell is he even able to do at this point?
He's in Zootopia too. Maybe he's doing press for that.
No, I forgot.
Him and Reigns both are in Zootopia too.
I'm almost mostly joking about the grandfather thing. Punk is still able-bodied enough to actually act.
Wrestle though, that's where I draw the line.
I feel like he's kind of past that area of, like, you've had 10 to 15 years to do this and you're just now trying to get into acting. Like, I don't know.
He's done smaller stuff
Yeah.
over the last 10 to 15 years.
And we try to forget every single one of them.
Well, some of them are horror movies, so I can see why you would try to. I ain't going and seeing. I haven't seen a single CM Punk acted thing. So
It's funny enough. Was it Steven Larson, or I think it was just Steve? He was doing one of his Q&As, and he had mentioned that he thinks the next big wrestler turned actor is going to end up being MJF, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, he did fine in his role in Happy Gilmore 2. But I don't know if he did well enough for me to go, you know what? I could see him doing even better things.
I think it'd be Cody before it'd be MJF.
It's going to be somebody completely fucking random is what it's going to be. It's going to be somebody we don't expect.
Hell, it could be a lady. Doesn't even
be.
have to be a dude.
It's going to be Lyra Valkyria.
No. No.
I really, really hope Saturday night's main event does not end up just feeling like a giant monumental waste of time.
It's so going to be.
So here's what's got me worried. It's a 2-hour show. There's only 4 matches.
Oh, that is a lot of advertising.
And
because they only wrestle 15-minute matches. They don't go over 15 minutes on TV.
That also means, think of it like this. Do you really think John Cena is going to be treated the same way Goldberg was and completely cut off from being able to do any kind of post-match speech? Or do you think he's even going to try to? John Cena actually strikes me as somebody, win or lose, he's just going to like wave to the crowd and walk off.
And wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to happen out of all of this. Maybe he cuts a promo. Maybe he talks backstage, during they might do like a little press conference for him to say goodbye or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what they do. But I'll tell you what I do know. I'm not against the card that they have. I think a lot of these matches are going to be interesting. But as far as this being a card put together for John Cena's last night, I think it's pretty weak.
It feels thrown together, other than the John Cena match, which we knew has been... Well, we've known the actual match for about 6 months now.
Right.
Or at least it feels like 6 months.
Right. Like, we all knew it was Gunther that was going to win. They'd already pretty much... somebody had reported it already.
Yep.
But I'm just saying, like, you would think they would stack this card. Like, not like, yeah, John Cena and Gunther, the main event, fine. But how are we not getting, like, a CM Punk and somebody else, of a higher caliber? Well, I mean, I know how now because, CM Punk's been out. But, but just...
Especially considering how much they made people pay for this fucking event.
Right.
The ticket prices were stupid.
So, like, we're talking, you've got, like, Drew McIntyre could be in a match. Punk could be in a match. Cody's in a match, but he's in a match with an NXT guy.
It's mostly NXT people.
It's even. It's one person, because you got it's the 2 main roster guys versus two NXT people, one main roster guy versus an NXT person. It's half and half. Actually, it actually does favor the main roster more because both John Cena and Gunther are on the main roster.
It's a weird undercard.
It is. It is. It's and here's what I know what they're doing. Everybody's gonna come watch John Cena and Gunther. Let's show them the future of the company. I get the idea. I just feel like
do for a match,
I just feel like it's the
maybe two.
right. I just feel like it's the wrong idea. I feel like you should be stacking this card with your top talent.
Mm-hmm. Make it feel special, and it doesn't. It doesn't feel special at all.
Because what you do is you stack the card with top talent. When the match is over, you clear the fucking locker room to come out on stage and give him a standing ovation. I don't know why this is so hard to put this together. And instead they're just like, no, we're going to show him the future of wrestling. Like,
At the end of the day, you do whatever John wants to do.
right.
But
And this very well could be
it
John's.
seem underwhelming.
Right. This could be John's thing too. He could be like,
Could be.
But yeah. At least when Bailey leaves to go to AEW next year,
Oh, I can't wait.
she could say, "Yeah, I was on the card that was John Cena's last match." I don't know. I'm saying that I don't know if she's actually going to leave. I feel like she is. I feel like the writing's on the wall, but we could be wrong. We could be wrong.
She feels like she's stale there, right?
You'd think so with
But
what they've been doing with her.
I know she likes it there too, though.
Yeah.
And she's
Yo,
a very likable person there.
Mercedes is doing everything in her power to lure that woman away.
Well, it's her best friend, so
She's been trying every time like Bailey shows any sign of frustration, whether it be on Twitter or or through storyline or whatever. Mercedes tweets or something that's along the lines of, "I know someplace you could go."
yeah. TK, I'm sure, would love to have her. What a boost that would be to their ladies division too.
Right. But yeah. Maybe we'll see John Cena in AEW soon. I'm kidding. I am absolutely kidding. I would not want that at all. Two,
Neither. Cena's a lifer. He's a WWE lifer.
If he retires, I want him to be the type of guy that stays true to it and stays retired.
He's more likely to wrestle for Vince McMahon in Vince McMahon's imaginary made-up wrestling thing, that if he ever decides to do that. But he wouldn't wrestle for anything other than a Vince McMahon-led promotion or WWE.
Guys, I say this in half jest, okay? There was a part of me that when the whole Vince thing had popped up, when they were talking about, he's going to create his own thing. There is a part of me that's like, how funny it would be if he actually bought AEW and then made it better than WWE. Now, he wouldn't make it better because if you've ever watched anything the last 10 years Vince did, it was terrible.
Yeah.
But I entertained the idea. That's for sure. I was like, that'd be fucking hilarious. I don't know. It's going to be a weird show.
Yeah. We'll have to watch it and Collision that night.
Collision's actually looks packed.
Have they already announced the matches for the show?
We're just talking about that's supposed to be the one where we get because we're getting we're getting Swerve in a match with Josh Alexander.
Oh yeah, that's the one that's over in Wales.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the FTR versus Bang Bang Gang.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's the second half.
Nice.
It's the second half of Winter is Coming. The first half is Wednesday, and Wednesdays we're getting the tag match between Swerve and Hangman versus the Ops. And then we're
Hobbs and
Shibata, I think.
Shibata, yeah. About calling him Shibuya. I've been watching way too much anime.
But yeah, and it's got a couple other matches on that one as well that seems pretty stacked. I don't know. It's gonna be a good. Hopefully, it's gonna be a good week in AW. I think they're actually not doing very many C2 matches because I feel like they've stacked up for other things, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, they'll sneak some in. Dorado will fight somebody, or Jack Perry will fight somebody, or
Right.
they'll sneak them in.
I mean, they need to. You don't want it to stall out. And it's been pretty. It's other than one night, been pretty good so far.
Agreed. It was bad the night I went to the show, but other than that, it's been great.
I was talking about the first collision. I actually thought the match. I actually thought the
First
matches for
collision
Dynamite
was
were.
bad. That's when Roddy had that poor match with
They were all lackluster. It was Roddy versus because we were even talking about how it's
was
weird.
it Talk or something. It was somebody that they should have had a banger.
Yeah, I don't remember, but every match that night just felt off.
Yeah,
All the matches, the Dynamite before were really good. I actually liked the Dynamite you went to, as far as the C2 matches.
yeah, it was fine. I was just teasing.
And then collisions were really good again.
Yeah, that last collision was really good.
So that means this week's going to be terrible. That's usually how that goes.
Yeah, it is how it goes, isn't it?
The whole week, Dynamite's going to suck. It's like if Collision has a really good week, everything sucks for the next week.
It just everything sucks the week after that. Tony Khan's like, that's just the rules. It's just the unwritten rule.
No, it's because Tony Khan's still celebrating how good the fucking Collision is. Like he's probably still on the same caffeine buzz that he was on that night.
Yeah, yeah, caffeine. that's what that is. Caffeine.
I do not think that man does drugs. I do think he loads up on coffee though.
I think it starts with a C.
But yeah,
And there is a soda named after it.
I am looking forward to the Dynamites though and the collisions. So we'll see how things go.
Indeed.
All right, guys. We love y'all. We'll talk to y'all next time. Deuces.
Later.